Moneymane and the thing of a T and playing no games. Now they already know my name when I speak in CC Flame. Got my YouTube poppin', man. Like, subscribe and everything in between. You already know Moneymane. Moneymane. You already know I have it. My savage. Welcome back to another episode of that Moneymane. You already know. Before we get into it, you already know what you need to do. Hit that like, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends about that Moneymane. You already know. Now, y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail. Bitcoin halving event is coming up soon. And I ain't talking about like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Hey, 9 days. And we're going to get into it, man. But I'm telling y'all right now, my prediction, because I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice, this is just for entertainment purposes only, might be a little different from what these experts and what these other people supposedly saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still learning. I'm still thinking outside the box. But let's go ahead and get into it. You don't know what the Bitcoin halving event is. It's basically what we're going to read down here. What is a Bitcoin halving event? Bitcoin halving events happen every 4 years or 210,000 blocks on Bitcoin blockchain. Bitcoin's initial block reward was 50 Bitcoin. The current block reward is 6.25 Bitcoin. The next block reward will be 3.125 Bitcoin. This lowers the rate at which Bitcoins are generated. The halving event is periodically and is programmed into Bitcoin's code. So it's already in Bitcoin code, man. So this happens every 4 years. That's why we can see the price of Bitcoin going up, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? So right now, we at 6.25 Bitcoin, what these miners or people that mine Bitcoin can mine in a block. So right now is at 6.25, but after the halving, in 9 days, 18 hours, 50 minutes, and whatever seconds, depends on you watching this video, it's going to go down to 3.125 Bitcoin. So it's going to halve, hence halving, the Bitcoin that you can mine, making it harder to mine Bitcoin and more time consuming to mine Bitcoin. So what people might do, just start buying it up straight from other sources, or the people that's mining it, they buying it from them. You know what I'm saying? So this is what the halving event could potentially do, is raise the price of Bitcoin. But we're going to take a look at the charts. I'm going to make a prediction of the price going into the halving event and after the halving event, and then we're going to do a profit calculator on how much Bitcoin, if you would have bought when it first came out, until the price now, and what it could potentially be in the future, how much gains you could have. Stay tuned. Here we go, myself. We were looking on Webull right here, desktop. We looking at Bitcoin right here, man. This just the day chart. Like I said, this just the day chart. Right now, Bitcoin at 69,185. Depends on you watching this video, man. Now, I told y'all what I'm thinking, man. Just my opinion. I'm going to jump straight into it. Just my opinion, because I ain't trying to make the video too long, man. As you can see, Bitcoin had went up to 73,826, created a new all-time high at that point back in March 14th. Since then, we had came down all the way back down to this line right here. Don't worry about these lines. These are just lines that I drew based off where Bitcoin might touch and come back to retracement levels. So we had came back down to 60,000. That's when your boy had dropped another $100 on Bitcoin. Now I'm trying to get $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it before the halving event, because I'm thinking Bitcoin gonna come down, but it might not come down. You know what I'm saying? So it's all opinion, but don't nobody really know what's gonna happen, man, because this is new territory. Everybody looking at what happened to Bitcoin on them other halving events, but we got different scenarios, different catalysts, different news. Everything is different this time coming around. We got spot ETFs. You got everybody. More people are on crypto, period. More people are buying crypto, period, than they have in the past. So now we got different catalysts, different news. Like I said, different investors. You got retail investing, and you got institutions buying Bitcoin. So it's just not the same as it was on the last halving events. So in my opinion, nobody really knows what's going to happen before the halving event or after the halving event. Now I can tell you my prediction and what I think And when we look at the bigger chart. But right now, like I say, man, I had drew these lines a while ago. I just moved this top line because, like I said, the halving event, I'm not the halving event, the all-time high is at 73,826. So that's where the resistance at right here, and support we had came back down on my first line of support right here. And like I said, I had put this line a while ago. As you can see, we touched it back here on March 27th. Then you counter touched it back here on March 12th. You see what I'm saying? It touched it, almost touched it 3 times, but it touched it twice right here. And the most recent is today. Depends on you watching this video. Bitcoin came back down to 69,000. It had went down to 68,000. Now, like I said, if it holds, then we can run back up to the 70,000, 71, 72. That's where it's been hovering around, consolidating. But if it breaks through this 68,000, then that's where my next line resists. We're going back down to 64. We break down to 64. If we did back here, we going back down to 60. And so on and so forth. If we break down through 60, we're going back down to 56. Same thing. We can break down, we keep going down. You see how it works? That's how it works. So that's what we're doing. So right now, what I'm saying is we making a flag pattern now. I'm still learning, man. I don't know all of these patterns on the chart and you know how to recognize them straight off. But I do know a lot of bullish candles, a lot of bearish candles, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Double top, double bottom, triple top, triple bottom, what those mean. But right now, if we can see, if we push back up anytime before the halving event, anytime before the halving event in the next 9 days, and we run back up close to 72, 73,000, or even break past it a little bit, some people saying that it could run to 80,000 before the halving event happens. That's if we break past this resistance right here at 73. Now me, just my opinion now, I'm going against the grain. I don't think that we going to break past that 73.8 or push towards 80,000 at all. If we do, that's good, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But still, if we do get that 80,000, it's going to be a double top. It's going to be a double top and Bitcoin going to come down. Now, what I'm thinking what's going to happen with Bitcoin is people going to done bought it, institution up bought it, retail investor bought it. Bitcoin hit 80,000, start running up. People going to start selling Bitcoin like crazy. And it's just going to crash down. Now, I ain't going to say it's going to crash down fast, but it's going to crash down. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. And we're going to take a look at the price predictions. That's their opinion of what Bitcoin price is going to be around the halving event. Like I said, that's just my opinion and what I think Bitcoin going to do. We're going to hit a double top, and then we're going to come down, retracing all the way back. I don't know. I can't tell you what percentage, but we're going to trace back at least back to 68,000. I know that at least back to 68,000. But if we keep going through, then, hey, man, it all depends on how many people selling and how much they selling. You get what I'm saying? The volume going to be crazy. But you got to zoom out. This is the all-time chart for Bitcoin right here. Now, I know you probably can't see it too much because I got myself in the corner right there. But we at 69,000, 68,000 right now on Bitcoin. We done reached the all-time new high levels, even in the 70Ks. But you see the big dips in Bitcoin. Now, some of these are crypto winners. But if we look back right here, back in 2020, right at the halving event in 2020, 4 years ago, Bitcoin reached, I ain't gonna say it reached a new time high, but it was green. It was green right here. It was green, 9,855. Halving event, it dropped all the way back down to 5,227. Then, boom, 2021, a whole year later, Bitcoin is up to 61,000. See what I'm saying? Same thing right up in here, even though this wasn't having an event. But everybody know if you was investing crypto, I was crypto heavy in Shiba. You knew then. I should have sold, but I didn't. But around November 2021, this point right here, November 2021, man, I was making the most money on stocks and crypto And I still didn't know what I was doing. But I done learned a whole lot more now. I should have been sold, got rid of it, and rebought in, rinse and repeated many a times on this crypto, man. I would have been rolling in more cash and more dough. But you live and you learn, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, Bitcoin had created a new all-time high at 64, 63,000, and then boom, the crypto winter happened. Everything with FTX, all that happened in 2022, and everybody was off of crypto. Everybody didn't want no crypto. That's when you should have been buying. I didn't buy. I actually sold like a dummy. You know what I'm saying? Learn from your mistakes, man. Learn from it. I sold at 17,000, as you can see right here. That's my dad's birthday, matter of fact, 12/2. But 17,000 I was selling, man, when I should have been buying, because I'm a long-term holder of this Bitcoin. Like I say, man, even if it dips back down, I don't think I'm gonna sell too much. Maybe take a little profit off the top and jump back in when it hits the bottom. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Nobody knows exactly what's gonna happen. Just to keep that in mind. This is not financial advice. But right here, man, like I said, 17,000, 16,000, 15,000. I remember Bitcoin had hit 15,000. I was just looking at it like, oh man, I still had what I had, the little bit I did have, but I should have been buying more, accumulating, and then I would have been sitting real nice on this run up that we got, and potentially all the way to 80K to 100K, and then so on and so forth. And we're gonna look at these price predictions, man. But that's what I'm saying. I'm expecting a dip, man, because we done had all these parabolic movements, as they call them, before the halving event. We haven't had that big dip like we've been seeing before the halving event, and then it skyrocket after the halving event. So I'm thinking it's gonna do the opposite. Just my opinion. I'm thinking it's gonna do the opposite. We done had this big run up. It's gonna run up maybe to 80K, then boom, everybody gonna start selling. Then it's gonna come all the way back down. Now, like I said, 68,000 maybe, break through that level, then we going all the way back down. We just showed the levels. But like I said, that's just my now we looking at the first price prediction, coin price forecast. Now I like it. They not that accurate, and I'm not accurate. I'm just telling you based off what we looking at right now and what they saying. So right now, 2024 mid-year, 116,000 they got Bitcoin. By the end of the year, 169,441, and then we're gonna put that in the profit calculator too at the same time and see how much gains. If you got in right now, how much gains would you get by the end of the year? In 2025, they saying they're going to hit 207,000. By the end of the year, 254,289. That's based off what Bitcoin is doing right now. These numbers will change on the dips, the rips, the lips, and all that other stuff. But right here, this is what I want to take a look at real close right here. So Wednesday, April 17th. Near days and months forecast right here. So April 17th, we're going to take another look when it has April 20th, because I'm pretty sure they might have April 20th on here later on during the week. But 73,956, they got Bitcoin projected price of Bitcoin on April 17th, 73,956. So the next month, May 15th, they got Bitcoin at 90,223. That means on this May price right here, that means we have broke through that resistance of that 73, 74,000, as you can see right here on April 17th. We done had the halving event by then. We almost a month in to the halving event, and boom, Bitcoin done ran up to 90,000. Not saying that it was a straight shot up, because it had to be some consolidating pullbacks. Like I said, it could sell. It could be sold. Then we run up to that 90,000. Because if we keep running straight up from this 73 to 90, I'm thinking it should be already 100K if we run it straight from 73. We should be blowing past 90. 80 and 90 shouldn't even be a problem if we were running straight up. But like I said, we not going to run straight up. Just my opinion. I'm thinking we're going to have a big pullback after the halving event, because everybody going to be selling, man. That's what I'm thinking, because everybody waiting on this moment. Everybody in the world that got Bitcoin and crypto is waiting on the halving event to happen to see Bitcoin price run up. And what the government and every stock market and everything do, it fool you. When you buy that stock option and you think it's going to go this up a call or a put, then they go the opposite direction of what you bought it. So I'm playing the opposite. I'm tired of losing. I'm playing the opposite. So I'm just getting my cash ready, man, my dry powder. But like I said, man, June 15th, they got to hit the 100K, 108,000 right there. By September, 138,000. Now, we're going to take a look back at this before the halving event and then after the halving event and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Just my... Now, this chart right here, man, this is Wallet Investor. Like I said, all these might not be accurate. But this more along lines what I was saying. 1 year forecast, they got Bitcoin at 69,000, and then 5 years, they only got Bitcoin at 72,000. Now, they're a little bit more conservative. They ain't too bullish on it. But right here, as you can see, they have April 20th right here. They have an event day, and then we're going to look at the couple days after. So we're looking at this right here. So right now, they predicting that Bitcoin going to be $69,296 at the halving event. Max price, $72,284. Like I said, not going to be that big movement everybody think because everybody going to be selling. Now we looking at the day after the halving event. 69,738. That's the price they predicting. The max, 72,610. It done went up a little bit. I'm thinking it's going the opposite way. It's going to go down. That's what I'm thinking. And at the other days after that, we don't see no big jump. We don't see no big movement right after the halving event, but it's creeping up to what they predicting in May, 90,000 right there on this one. I'm just saying. But I'm thinking it's going to be a pullback between April 20th and May 15th. It's going to be a big pullback. That's what I think. And then we're going to slingshot, get that pullback and then slingshot all the way back up to 90, man. That's just my opinion. I got to keep saying that because I ain't trying to get. That's it, my Sabbath. I ain't want to make the video too long. It probably is too long, but you know what I'm saying. But Bitcoin, man, have an event coming up. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Like, subscribe, and share so you can get ready for that next episode of that Moneymane. I know I've been slow, but I had went in Miami, you know what I'm saying. Video coming soon, vlog coming soon. Like, subscribe, and share so you can see that. I got all that other crypto. I'm trying to do a kids investing and all that. I don't want to put too much out there, but hey, stay on the lookout for that Moneymane. You already know. Y'all already know what time it is.
Moneymane and the thing of a T and playing no games. Should already know my name when I speak NCC flame. Got my YouTube poppin', man.